Game, videos on. Sino pa? Videos on sa iba. Yes, yaps. Okay, Kurt. Sino mga pwede pa mag-video upla? Blay. Okay. Okay, good game. Let's all share the screen na. Okay. So, ito yung last time. And this is the last na rin at last session natin for this technique. Sunin mo na ako. Now, ayusin na inayos ko na to, no? Basta yun na yan. Baguhin na natin para maayos. To yun na to, you. Ano ba yan? U. Where U is a function of x. U. So ito, U. Ito, okay na to. Naka-U na to. No? Ayos na yan. So, U dapat to. U. And U here. U and... So, yun yung substitution. Now, hindi ko lang kayo nakikita eh. Parang yung sinabi ko kay Nathan last time. Nawawala yung thumbnails. Ayan. Ilitan ko na lang yung screen. Okay? Game guys. Kita ba? Kita ba yung screen? Okay pa rin naman? Okay, now, I want to go back to the problem last time. Nung sinolve ko kasi yun, syempre, in-OTS lang natin. Pero I tried to do another approach. So ito yung last time natin, no, yung mahaba. If you recall, this is the given problem. Ito yung pinaka-problem na given. And then using trig sub, naging ganito siya. Naging ganito. So fast forward to this. So from that, trig sub, naging ganon. And naging ganito, nilabas ko yung over 4. So ayan na siya. And then from here, what I did is the identity ng half angle for para mawala yung sine squared, right? Now, and we ended up having this one, this one, and then yung naka-theta pa. So ito na yung na-integrate na siya, pero naka-theta pa rin. And then nung binalik sa x, and this is what we got. You recall that? Ayan siya last time, right? Yan. So yung mahabang yan. Now, bago ko kayo, I said this is the last session natin for this technique. Medyo yung mga bibigay kong integral, hindi na ganito kahaba. Para lang yung mastery, mabilis, mas marami tayong masagot na integral. Pero bago yun, sabi ko nga, ewan ko, sana meron sa inyo from the last time ganito rin ginawa. I will do this again. Starting from this, no? From this. Okay ba? Starting from this. So dun sa mga bago lang dito sa trig sub, ayan yung process, no? Ayan yung nangyari. X is 3 sine. Papalitan natin lahat yan in terms of theta, kaya naging ganyan. And then, in the end, naging theta na lahat. This integral na x ang nandyan, naging theta. So, ito na siya. Now, I will start from here. Actually, ito, yan. Kasi yung over 4 lang naman na yan, over 4, nilagay lang sa labas. So there, I'll start there. 81 over 4 integral sine squared 2 theta d theta. So let's start there. 81 over 4 integral sine squared 2 theta d theta. If I remember, dalawang method ginawa natin dito. Una, ginawa ko rito, nag-trig sub muna bago nagkaroon ng ganito. At ang ginamit ay trigo identities lang. Then, the other technique na yun nga yung last na nangyari ay by parts. Do you remember that? Nag-by parts, then nag-trig sub. So, ngayon, I will start here. Nag-trig sub muna, naging ganito. Then, what I'll do is I'll focus on the integral. So, syempre, huwag kalimutan sa 81 over 4. I'll focus on the integral sine squared 2 theta d theta. Pero I found out na kaya siya using by parts. Na hindi ka na mag-identity. So first, rewriting sine squared into sine 2 theta sine 2 theta. So gawin natin to by parts. So Q is sine 2 theta. So no choice na si dv, but to be the remaining part of the integral, which is sine 2 theta d theta. Right? Now help me out. du. What is du? Derivative of this. Cosine 2 theta times 2, right? Chain rule. So 2 cos 2 theta d theta. Right? And v. V. Ano ang integral ng sine 2 theta? So again, alam ko nabanggit ni Rain last time. Kaya nyo na yan i-mental, kaya nyo nang hindi magsulat. You know, ang integral ng sine is negative cosine, right? You just have to take care of the chain rule. Eh bakit? Kasi may 2 yan eh. So dapat, remember, dapat pag dinifferentiate mo to, babalik ka yan. So, and you know, integral ng sine is negative cosine. Right? So, ang integral ng sine 2 theta is negative cosine 2 theta, right? And then, dapat merong over 2. Do you agree? Kasi pag dinerivative mo to, derivative ng cosine is negative sine times negative, positive sine 2 theta. Chain rule times 2, eh maka-cancel yung 2 na to. Kaya ganun. Follow? Ano? This would be UV. So that's this times this. Ayusin na natin. That would be negative 2 sine, not negative 2. Negative sine 2 theta. Cosine 2 theta. All over 2. So this is UV. And then minus integral V du. Which is this, tsaka to. Right? V du. Now, notice that yung 2 maka-cancel lang naman. Ang mangyayari, negative cos squared 2 theta d theta. Negative cos squared 2 theta d theta. You know, minus negative, I'll put a plus na lang. Okay ba guys? Look at the details, no? Kaya kung bakit dinidiretso na natin. Because, you know, ang hirap isulat na yun ng mahaba. Kaya if I see a minus negative, I'm making it a plus na. So, you know, it's a negative. V du is a negative because of this. So, minus becomes a plus. Then 2 cancels out. So, mangyayari cos 2 theta, d theta. And I can write it as cos squared 2 theta, d theta. Do you agree? Okay, now look at this. So, integral sine 2 theta would be sine squared 2 theta. Ayusin na natin na ganun. Then, yung nag-chat? Wala. Okay. Sine squared 2 theta d theta. And equal siya sa ito. Kopyahin ko to. Negative sine 2 theta cosine 2 theta over 2. Right? And then plus, you know the integral of cos, you know that cos squared is 1 minus sine squared. 2 theta. Right? So, meaning integral. So, integral of sums, yeah. So, magiging ganito to. Integral d theta, 1 d theta, and then minus integral, you have your sine squared 2 theta d theta. You follow it? You following this? Now, look at this. This thing, you can put it there. You can combine this thing here. Right? So, magiging ano yan? Let's have it this in the next page. So, sulat lang natin. So, magiging ano yan, this negative will become a plus. Ma-add dito, dalawa na sila. So, that will be 2 integral sine squared 2 theta d theta. And then this one would be ito. I'll just copy that. Negative sine 2 theta cosine 2 theta over 2. And then, of course, the integral of d theta is theta. Right? Okay. Now, we need this lang. Ayan lang. So, we just divide by 2. So, integral sine squared 2 theta d theta would be divided by 2. So, that would be negative sine 2 theta cosine 2 theta over 4 plus theta over 2. Follow? Follow. Now, let me put back yung 81, where's that? 81 over 4. So, gawin na natin, that will be 81 over 4 integral sine squared 2 theta d theta is 81 over 4 times this thing. Right? Times this thing. So, distribute ko na, no? Distribute na natin, guys. So, distribute na natin. Help me out. 81 over 4 times this. Magiging ano yun? 81 over 4 times, that's may 4, 16. Right? Then the negative. And then sine 2 theta cosine 2 theta. Okay, and then 81 over 4 that times this will be 81 over 8. 81 theta over 8. Right? So, ayan, tapos na-integrate na natin siya. So, babalik na lang natin siya kay x. So, I'll need the details for that. The triangle. So, you have a squared minus u squared. The hypotenuse natin is 3 and then x. So, is natin. This is our angle theta. The hypotenuse is 3. This is x. And this is square root of 9 minus x squared. See that? The reference triangle. Obviously, sine theta is x thirds. And of course, cosine theta is adjacent over 3. That will be square root of 9 minus x squared over 3. Follow? Follow? So this is our reference. And madali na yung identities na to. This double angle na lang siya. Unlike last time, nag-ano pa tayo, double and then square pa. So this would be negative 81 over 16. Now, pwede nga nating diretso na. What is sine 2 theta? That's 2 sine theta cosine theta, right? So that's 2 sine cosine. And then cosine 2 theta is what? The double angle for cosine 2 theta. Let's use yung sine na lang kasi para wala nito. Actually, okay lang naman. What do you want? Cos squared
minus sine squared.
Okay, yun na lang. Cos squared minus sine squared. So that would be habang kong ganyan. Right? And then 81 over 8. And then that theta is obviously arc sine x third. Pwede ring arc cos of this. So pero mas maganda to kasi yun yung given. So it will be arc sine x thirds. Hey, now look, help me out, sine. We know we'll put here sine, here's cosine. And then sabi ni Yaps, this would be cos squared minus sine squared. Right, now, Gabe. So what is sine? X thirds?
X over 3.
Cosine? Square root of 9 minus x squared. And then cos squared, ayan, mawawala na yung square root. Magiging 9 minus x squared na lang. Pero over 9,
9.
right? Over 9. And then minus sin squared x squared over 9. Okay? Now, look, what I'll do is this. We can combine kasi yung tong part na to. No? And then, pero let's simplify muna everything. So, starting with the constant. Now, maganda, next page ko na to. Burahin ko yung taas. O, copy ko to. Then, burahin ko yung taas. Yung following every step, sana wala akong na-miss out na minor mistake. No? Yun ang mahirap in this level of math. So, sobrang dami nang ginawa. So, may mali kang kahit maliit lang na mali. Yari, no? Kaya, sana you're following my every step. So, game, this will be a 4, obviously. 9, hindi to, this is, they have the same denominator, right? They have the same denominator, 9, and this would be 9, 2, so 81 just cancels out. So, we will have here a negative x square root of 9 minus x squared. And then this would be what? 9 minus 2x squared. Nasusundan ba yan? And then you have your 81 over 8 arc sine x thirds. Now, kung titingnan nyo, mukhang hindi to parehas nung sagot na to. No? Kasi nakahiwalay yung dalawa. Okay? Now, look at this. Gagawin ko rito para mas makita nyo, para magparehas, negative x square root of 9 minus x squared. I'll make this into a 9 minus x squared na naka-group and then minus x squared. See that? See that? And then, of course, this is the same. I'll just copy this, 81 over 8. Arc sine x thirds. Now, kung ganyan, if you will distribute this times that, and yung negative x square root of 1 9 minus x squared cube. Right? Kasi pag pinasok to sa loob, magiging square yun. Cube, right? And then this one would be minus x cube. But just square root of, that would be a plus. That would be a plus. And then 9 minus x squared. And then 81 over 8. Arc sine x thirds. And then plus c. Now let's compare. Notin na natin. Sana spot on. Yung fraction. Bakit naging 9/8 yan? So, kuha na natin x tapos ito cube. Okay na yun. Pero ito x and then that. So, may x cube tayo. Pero, yan natin. Where did we go wrong?
Sir, na-cancel yung 1 over 8. Kaya di nasama.
Saan banda?
Sir, sa next.
Here?
Hindi po nasama yung 1 over 8.
Asan yung 1 over 8 dito? Sige, trace ko, no? So, 81 over 4, ito. And then, may over 4 doon, kaya naging 16. And then, ito, 81 over 8. Tama naman to, di ba? So, negative 81 over 16 is ito. And then, sine 2 theta is two sine cosine. So, ito, tama naman, 2 sine cosine. And then, this one is cos squared minus sine squared. This would have a 9, this would have, ayun, may over 8, tama. Ito, 2, and then 16. Ayan. Ang kinancel ko lang, 81, 339. So, may over 8 pa pala. Okay, good. Now, may over 8. Ito. Tapos ito, meron ding over 8. Now, pares na except for one term. Over 4 tong cube natin eh. should be, tapos ito x cube, no problem here. Kasi pwede natin i-switch yung isa into x. Kasi cosine. So, yung over 8, pag distribute, nine minus x squared over 9 to, no? Then minus x squared, pag in-group natin, minus x squared, and then over 9. Okay. And then this one, 2 cancel, so negative 81 over 8, and then x square root of 9 minus x squared. Right? Ayun. Now look at this. May over 9 pa to, no? Tama ba? May over 9 pa to. So, yung 81 na cancel. Saan ako nagkamali? Okay, trace natin mula dito sa by parts ko. 81 over 4 hanggang sa labas, no? U, tama naman to, dv, du. The derivative sign is cosine, then chain 2, right? Ito, v, tama ba? Derivative ng cosine, negative sign, right? So, maging negative, o tama, sine 2. Then, chain times 2 para maka-cancel, may 2 rin dito. This is good. So UV would be this. Yes, okay naman. Minus, magiging plus. VDU, maka-cancel, cos squared. Then I wrote this as 1 minus sine squared. So, integral sine squared, negative sine, cosine over 2, plus this one and that one, that's correct. So, lipat. So, 2, tama. And then over 2 and then theta. Right? Theta. So divide by 2, so over 4. And then over 2. Then binalik ko lang si 81 over 4. Naka-times doon. 81 over 4 times ito, kaya naging over 16. Tama ba? Negative 81 over 16. And then 81 over 4 times to 81 over 8. So I'm sure up to this part. Up to this part. Now, tingnan ko nga yung lumabas na integral here. So, theta minus sine 4. Theta, yeah. Sige, may anong observation?
Chip 1 minus 2 sine squared theta ata ginamit din sa dating sinunod. Kaya over 4 lang.
Yun nga pwede ko kasing ibalik lang doon using yun nga, yung gagawin yan. So sige, try natin yung ginawa ni Robbie. Hindi cos squared minus sine squared ang gagamitin. Ayan na, kinopy-paste ko lang. Okay, so tingnan natin. Na hindi cos squared minus sine squared. Pero yung about the other multipliers, okay lang. So, negative 81 over 16 to x thirds square root of 9 minus x squared over 3. And then 1 minus 2 sine squared, right? 1 minus 2 sine squared. Ano is sine squared? Sine is x squared.
X over 3.
X squared over 9.
9.
Ayan, yan yung, and then, wala na tong problema, no? 81 over 8, pares na yan nung, kanina. So, again, yun, tama. 9. So, may matitirang 9, may matitirang 8, kaya negative 9 eighths. Okay, good. So, pares na. X squared root of 9 minus x squared. So, there, where's it? Kasi mamaya na, Then, this times 1, so okay pa rin. Then, pag distribute to doon, actually, eto siya. Tama ba? Ito siya. Magiging plus 9/4. 9 cancels out. Wala na yung 9. Wala na yung 9, right? Kasi ito times 1, ito rin siya, no? Parang ito na lang yung times ko ron. So, 2 and 8 cancels out, 9 cancels out, so 1/4 x squared over 4 plus 81 over 8 arc sine x squared. Oops, nakaka-copying ko pa pala to. Naka-times kay x squared, so magiging ano to sa taas? Ano to sa taas ay
X cube.
x cubed.
9
X
minus.
cubed square root of 9 minus x squared. So there, and then all over. Yan yung head. Now, plus c. Now, hopefully, spot on na to. Tignan natin. Ayan, negative x. Ayun na naman yung square root of 9, di ba? Look at that. Yung 9 minus x squared over 3. Yung cube, di ba? Dito. Yung 9/8. Parehas lang yan, guys. Kung makikita nyo, ito yung x plus cube. Ay, asa na ba yung ano ko? Ito na ba yung final ko? Hindi. Labo. Saan ba yung bago yan? Negative 9/8 x square root of 9 minus x squared. Compare. That's a plus. Bakit plus yan? Negative ako rin. Hindi ito. Burahin ko na nga ito. Nang-google ito eh. At asa na yung ano, yan. X cube square root of 9 minus x. Kasi, tingnan nyo guys yung kung bakit, di ba yung sine is x thirds. And cosine is square root of 9 minus x squared. Over 3. So, yung square root of 9 minus x squared, kay cosine yun. Yung isang x lang, kay sine yan. So, may matitirang x squared yun sa product na to. Okay, calculate nyo to. Pag kinalculate nyo to, pares lang naman yung lalabas na numerical value ng derivative nito. Equal lang siya sa given na integral. So, wag na nating sayangin yung oras na pagparehasin. Confident naman ako na tama na to. Asa na ba yun? Yan, natama na yan. Ito sure na, parehas sa parehas. Pero itong dalawa, na katulad nung yung paggamit ng sine, cosine, x thirds cosine, dito, yung paggamit ng cos squared minus sine squared, iba yung naging result kanina. Kung gagawin mong 2 cos squared minus 1 naman, iba na naman yung lalabas. So, suggestion ni Robbie, 1 minus 2 sine squared, kaya ito yung lumabas. So, kapag ginamit ko rito, 2 cos squared minus 1, iba din yung lalabas dyan. Pero, parehas lang din yun. Yun yung simplify. Okay? So, ang point ko dito is, we reach this integral using this one, trig sub, and integrate na natin siya, napalabas natin siya na ganito, using a trigonometric identity. Look at this. I want you to look at sine 4 theta. That's a double angle. 2 sine 2 theta cos 2 theta. And then cancel with 4. That's sine 2 theta cos 2 theta over 2, right? Then the negative. And yun din yung lumabas natin, as you can see here. With the finished integral, ito, di ba? Negative sine 2 theta cos 2 theta over 2 plus theta. And you look at this, saan na siya? Wala ako na naman. Ayan. Yung, pag ito, ni-replace mo to nung naka-white, over 2, right? Are they the same? Okay lang ako pasulat. Sige, sulat ko lang here. That's 81 over 8. No, hindi yan naka-equal ganyan. 81 over 8. That is theta minus, look at that, 2 over 4, sine 2 theta, cosine 2 theta over 2. Right? Look at this. Yan, din naman yung nakuha natin na integral by the technique na ginamit ko naman this time. Diba ito? Kung nauna lang sulat yung theta minus, you can see, theta minus. Right? So sa pagbalik kay x, ang dami ng option, dami ng pwedeng mangyari. Kaya na yung iba-iba. Pero pag kinalki ko na, parehas naman. So again, sabi ko, ang haba kasi niyan, no? Ang haba. Gusto kong bumalik sa pinaka-basic na example niya. Para yun, gusto ko yung ma-master yung at least at that level. Walang problema. So, okay, bibigay na ako ng integral. Unahin ko to. Dx over square root of there guys, yan lang guys. Go. Okay, si Apla at si Robby parehas ng sagot. Si Kurt, ang kaibahan sa kanila, wala silang denominator. Ninyo, okay, almost there. Bakit plus 2 yung sa'yo? Can you double check? Let's have one more. Bago punta tayo ng isa pang problem. So I'm giving the difficulty ng ganito lang for this technique para yung paggamit, yung master. Then, optional na lang yung isa pang technique. Siguro Wednesday. Bago na sked natin ngayon, wala nang kasabay ang MWF tayo. So, hanggang Math 55, iba na pala yung code. Basta yung lahat ng may kinalaman sa tuturo sa inyo. Hanggang double integration, triple integration. Sige, game. Una, hindi agad kita kung ano yung gagawin. Kasi ang hinahanap sa atin is this form, no? Kasi yung binigay na integral, you have to do something pa sa kanya. Look at that x squared plus 2x. Gawin mo muna siyang perfect square. Nag-add ng 1, minus 1. Kaya mangyari, maging ganito siya, integral dx and then over square root. This would be a quantity square. Okay, that's a perfect square. So there. So alin siya sa dalawa na sinulat ko? Is it the first or the second?
Second.
Obviously, this is u squared and this is a squared. So over u is x plus 1 and that be a second theta. So 1, a squared is 1, so second theta. Yan, gagamitin natin. So, ang mangyayari, syempre, kapag sinubstitute na natin, magiging square root of second squared minus 1. And dx pa to, so dapat maging theta rin yan. Saan kukunin? Dx. Ano ang derivative ng x? Dx. Ano ang derivative ng 1? 0. So dx. Tell me the derivative of second.
Second theta, tan theta, d theta.
Sec theta, tan theta, d theta. So you have your second theta, tan theta, d theta. Now, the denominator will simplify to what? Square root of second squared minus 1. The identity there is 1 plus tan squared equals second squared. Tama ba? So, obviously, second squared minus 1 is tan squared. And square root of tan squared is tan. So, magka-cancel lang pala to tsaka to. So, in terms of theta, this is just second d theta. And what is the integral of second? So, form na yan. Dapat meron na kayo yan. O alam nyo na. Kung allowed ang table, mas maganda. It's ln of what?
Second theta plus tangent theta.
Like theta plus tan theta. And hindi pa tayo tapos. Kasi kailangan pa nating ibalik sa x. Remember, ito yung theta natin. Nabura ko yung kanina eh. X plus 1 is second theta. So cosine theta is the 1 over x plus 1, right? So 1 x plus 1, and this would be square root of this minus square of that, kaya yan yung x squared plus 2x. Follow? So we have here ln second theta, obviously, x plus 1. Okay, so done. Check na to. What about tangent? Plus, tangent would be opposite over adjacent. So 1 over square root of x squared plus 2x. There. Okay, and let's see. Now let me check your answers. Tama yung si Kurt, ginawa mo, ni-rationalize mo? Did you rationalize?
Sir, hindi po ba yung 1 dapat nasa baba dun sa triangle?
Yes. Okay. Sorry. Adjacent. Kaya pala, iba.
Mali yung sagot ko, sir, kasi yung tangent ko naging sign. Kaya may denominator ako.
Okay lang yan, mas masahol yung mali ko. Basic. Cosine is 1 over x plus 1. That 1 should be the adjacent side of the angle. 1. Ito si x squared plus 2x. So, yun. Okay, so ang tangent baliktad. Hindi ito over that na nabaliktad ko kanina. So, dapat ay walang 1 over. So, yun lang siya, no? So, it must be square root of x squared plus 2x lang. There. And, check ko lang yung work. Nabaliktad yung triangle ninyo. Yan, okay. Okay na si Apla, si Robby. Okay, so Kurt, alam mo na saan nagkamali. Ninyo, yung plus 2, no? Saan ang galing yung plus 2? Typo lang. Very good. Okay, now let's have another one. Yung ganyan din na almost the same. Now look. Alam nyo na yung gagawin. Looks like you'll be completing a square here. And looks like this is of the form a squared minus u squared. So in this case, you subject u to a sine. Is that a sine? Yeah, a sine. A sine. There you go, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Look at this. Do you agree? Do you have the same? Then magiging square root of 1 minus the quantity x minus 1 squared dx. Do we have the same? Kasi nga, that minus there suggests na nakaganto to, quantity. So, x squared, and this will become a minus 2x. And then plus 1, of course, to make up it a perfect square. So, in essence, that's a minus 1, kaya nag-add ng 1 here. So, we have the same. It's the same as the above, right? So, obviously, ito si A, ito si U. A squared, U squared. So, ang EU natin is A sine theta. Obviously, our U is x minus 1. And 1A is 1, so sine theta. There, now. Triangle again, guys. This is theta. Sine theta is opposite, so ito si x minus 1. And 1 to. Hypotenuse. And of course, ito nga yung given. Si 2x minus x squared. Kasi square minus the quantity square. Square root. Pythagorean theorem. And now with this substitution, this would just be square root of, so yun, 1 minus sine squared. And dx. Siyempre, di-derivative natin to. Cosine d theta. Cosine d theta. So this would be 1 minus sine squared is cosine squared. You know that? Square root is cosine. So you get here cosine squared theta d theta. So tama ka, Angeline. Right? Umabot ka dyan. So how to integrate cos squared theta d theta?
Pwede i-equate yung cos squared theta sa cosine 2 theta plus 1 all over 2.
So using the half angle identity. Yun ang so using the half angle over 2. There. Tama ba ako plus? Is it a plus or a minus? Tama ba yan?
Plus,
Okay, good. So now, okay na siya. Integrable na siya by simply applying the identity. That's just 1 half theta, 1 half d theta, and then 1 half outside. Actually, 1 half outside na rin dapat yan, pero okay. Cos 2 theta d theta. This is 1 half theta. This is 1 half. Dapat sine 2 theta to. Pero dapat may over 2. Right? Para pag dinerivative, cosine, then chain rule over 2, taken care. Then this would be theta over 2 plus sine 2 theta. And gawin ko ng 2 sine do double angle. 2 times 2. So yun. Kaya nga over 2, tama yung mga nakita ko. Mga over 2 and then sine and then cosine. Now, okay na to, no? Pero babalik lang tayo kay x. Balik natin siya kay x. Kaya hindi ko to binura. Sine is x minus 1. So theta is arc sine. X minus 1 over 2. Then, sine is x minus 1. And then cosine is square root of 2x minus x squared over 2. And then plus c. Okay na guys? So yung pagbalik, doon yung iba nahirapan. Kaya ako, I'm keeping the triangle there. So sa Robbie, what do you mean? Nag by parts ka sa cos squared? Pwede ka magsalita, Robbie? Bobby.
Ano yung Chief?
Ha?
Yung cos squared, Chief, binay parts ko yung parang sa cosine 2 theta kanina.
Cos times cos ginawa mo.
Apo.
Okay, good. Kung anong mas masaya, gawin. Okay, isa pa. Let's have two more. One more after this, okay? Let me see. About this one. Parang ang dali ng sagot. Sana madali. Go guys, yan lang. Yan lang binigay. So it's a plus. Yan lang yung nag-iisang trig. Nag-iisang plus sa trig sub formulas. So, saan siya? So tan u squared plus a squared. U equals a tan. U equals a tan. Nag-iisa. Solve ko na rin para pag nagtanong si Angeline, I can answer. Yeah. So, di ba madali lang siya? Overton. Parang may mali, Angeline. May something. Kurt, no. Baka, oo. No, Kurt. Gwen. Very good, Gwen. Okay, kuha ni Gwen. Gwen, very good. Volunteer, Gwen. Si Rain nagtatanong. Gwen nagtatanong si Rain. No, ninyo. Sa pa lang nakakuha. Tama si Gwen, galing. Be careful with your trigo. Trigo lang to, guys. Okay, sige, game. May humabol. Yan, very good, ninyo. Okay na, Art. Si Robby. Hindi pa rin, Robby. Let's see kung ano nangyari. So, obviously, siya yung plus. Yan lang yung nag-iisang u squared plus a squared. Nagagamitan ng u equals a, ano ulit? Nakalimutan ko. Ulit, ano? Anyone? Gwen? Ayun, binalikan ko tuloy.
8
Tangent.
tangent.
Done. Okay. Yes, tama na yan, Angeline. Tama yan. Tingnan natin. So, Obviously, kitang-kita natin ang A natin, ito. Ang U, ito. So let x be equal to x is 3 tan. So yung details natin, pwede nyo ang himay-himayin. 9 plus x squared would be 9 plus 9 tan squared. And you know, this would be 3 outside. 1 plus tan squared, that's an identity, that's second squared. So second. So ito, yung ilalim na to is just 3 second. Now help me out, x squared. Siyempre, a square mo lang yan. 9 tan squared. So just transforming it to everything na may theta. And of course, si dx. So dito yun, dx. Anong derivative ng tan? Guys,
Sec squared, sir.
sec squared. There. So 3 second squared. Then d theta. So you see how all the x there is transformed into theta. So 19 outside. Again guys, pag may mali ako, point it out. Don't be shy. Sec squared over second, dot second, and then tan squared. Right? Then, anong derivative ng ng second?
ln second plus tangent, sir.
Hindi, derivative. Sectan, di ba? Sectan.
Tan pala. Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Pero ako, ang instinct ko kasi dyan, I can still simplify sec over tan squared. 9. Then I'll do that. Second is, 1 over cosine. Tangent squared is sine squared over cosine squared. So that will be cos squared over sine squared. Diba? Multiplied by the reciprocal. Right? So that'll be, that's just cosine over sine squared. Follow that, guys? Parehas ba tayo, Gwen, ng steps or hindi? No problem kung hindi. Kung ibang trig ginamit mo, fine. Now, what I'll do is simple substitution, guys. As you can see, I will let u be sine. Sine lang. So what is du? Cos theta, d theta. So this by simple substitution will become 19. Cos theta d theta is du over u squared. Right? So this is just 19. Integral u to the negative 2 du. So you see, integration by powers lang yan. U to the negative 1. Add 1. Result over negative 1. So that's negative 19. U to the negative 1, that's 1 over u. Right? And that's negative 1 over 9. And then u is sine. So sine. So nabalik ko na sa sine. Then again, x is 3 tan. Tan is x thirds. So no problem, x thirds. This must be x squared plus 9. So sine is x over that, hypotenuse. Right? Gawin na natin siyang, hindi, sulat ko na rin. See that? And then of course, reciprocal. Negative of square root of x squared plus 9 over 9x plus c. So that's it. Tingnan natin yung mga iba humabol sa chat. Yan, nakuha na ni Robby na yung x squared plus 9 over 9x plus c. Parehas din yung usab daw sa namin ni Gwen. Okay. So, do you get this, guys? Nakuha ba to? Ano? Sige. Next meeting, that'll be Wednesday. First two problems, last na ganitong difficulty lang ng trig sub. Ganitong difficulty lang. And then, the very last integration technique na tuturo ko. That'll be, naturo ko na yun actually noong una pa lang. Yung Z substitution. So these are generally called miscellaneous substitutions in integration techniques. So guys, this is our 13th session. Ang haba na nito, 13th session. Lahat ng techniques ng integration, almost we're done with that. Mula sa U-sub, partial fraction, by parts, trigonometric substitution, C substitution, and the very last technique, yung kung anong pinagsama-samang substitutions na pwedeng gawin. Okay? Kasi ang goal ko is you're given an integral, you know how to integrate. So yun muna, kumbaga parang mastery of the process. You're given an integral, you know what to do. Then after that, ano ba gamit ng integral? Para saan ba siya ginagamit? Ano applications niya? So problem solving na tayo after this. So para sa akin kasi, these are just processes. Para siyang multiplication na you're given x squared plus x plus 3 times x squared minus x minus 5. You have two methods. You can do it vertical or you can do it horizontal. Na distribute, right? Na it's just a process. So, if you ask me, process to, no? Although, sa una, parang ang dating kasi parang complicated. Pero this is just a process. Wala pang thinking involved. Wala pang analysis. Parang you're just using processes and identities na na-establish na. Okay, guys? So, we're nearing the last na topic for how to integrate. So the next naman natin is what's the use of integration? Okay, pero next meeting first two problems, yung gantong difficulty lang para ma-imbibe lang tong technique na to. Kasi bago talaga to, no? Kakaiba siya dahil again, trigo, babalik ka na naman sa trigo, mga ganyan. Okay guys, that's it. Good job everyone. See you Wednesday. MWF tayo ngayon. I'm enjoying every calc session that we are having. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.